What's up, everyone? Week 3 is officially on the way. We've gone over the Thursday night games. We've gone over some of the Sunday games. Pretty tough matchups, and this is one of those tough matchups also coming off a short week. The Las Vegas Raiders at the New England Patriots. New England Patriots. I always want to mess up their name anyways. Uh, I'm gonna stick with the hot hand here. Um, I said in the previous show that New England is not as good as people think they are, and I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I think Vegas is better than what people think, and I might fall behind in the records because I'm picking a lot of upsets this week. But the way this season is going, I might be right on every single one of these. I'm picking the Raiders to go into New England and win this game. Coach, make fun of me now before someone else does, so I don't feel so bad.
Well, unfortunately, Chef, I can't make fun of you on this one.
No way.
Yes, definitely. That Sunday night game the Raiders had against the Saints. Like I said in the Monday night preview post game show, that the Raiders offense is on fire. I mean, anytime you can get 12 different players involved in your offense, that is phenomenal. That's hard to stop it. You can't key on nobody. They tried several deep balls to Mr. Ruggs, and a lot of them ended up being pass interference because he toasted the defensive back, but the defensive back just didn't want to give up the big play. So fantasy wise, that is my bold prediction. I think Mr. Ruggs is going to have a big game this week up in New England.
I'm starting.
But I do believe Las Vegas can go up to New England and get a victory. Cam Newton's performance in Seattle, it's dynamic. It's a great addition to his career, but I just think Las Vegas, they're kind of like the Packers. They're hot right now. They're rolling. John Gruden, the players are understanding John Gruden's offense, and so it's a good thing going on in Vegas right now with the Raiders. Raiders for the W.
Yeah, man. It's you think this could be a shootout?
Potentially. It could be a shootout, but I think Las Vegas has more of a balance than to kind of keep drives alive and continue to score, where sometimes New England drives will stall out.
Yeah, they're gonna rely a little bit too much on Cam Newton running maybe.
Yes.
Box, what are your thoughts on this game, man? It's a tough matchup to pick, but we both got the Raiders. Do you agree with us on this?
Well, there's two Super Bowl winning coaches, one on each side. You know how good John Gruden is as a coach. Whether you like him or not, you know how good Belichick is as a coach. But both teams have opened my eyes. Like I said, maybe New England's not as bad as you think they are. Maybe Cam Newton isn't as done as we think he is. But maybe Derek Carr and the Raiders are a little bit better than we gave them credit for. They opened my eyes Monday night. I like what they're doing. I love Derek Carr. I like the way that offense is clicking. The defense is playing well. I think it's actually going to be a very tough game. It's going to be a lot like the Sunday night game in Seattle. One of those, knock them down, drag them out games, battle, because, Newton at the end of the day can make a lot of plays. But I think Derek Carr is going to find a way to go in there and win. I think he's going to have a little bit more magic than Cam does. So I'm going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders to go in there and win 21-17. I'm going to say by 4. Tight game. Not a sloppy game, but, good game, but I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm picking the Raiders.
Yeah, it's a good scoreline. They're gonna have some defensive stops. Both teams are gonna make some plays. I think we all agree that Vegas is gonna come out, go into New England and take this W. Go get them, Raiders. Next game, Houston at Pittsburgh. O'Brien, that's another hot seat. This might be maybe, I don't know. I mean, he has the keys to the truck, so I don't know if they're gonna get rid of him, but I don't see this happening. Pittsburgh wins in a landslide. I think Houston's going to get slapped around, especially it being in Pittsburgh. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are just too good to lose to the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans are officially in trouble. Coach, do you feel the same way?
Um, well, when it comes to Bill O'Brien, definitely. I think this game right here can help to push him out the door in Houston. Pittsburgh has a lot of good things going on defense. They're up tempo, fast pace, move around, excellent packages. You don't never know where the blitz is coming from until after the ball is snapped. So I mean, Watson, his pre-snap read, he might see one thing, and then by the time the ball is snapped, he'll see something else. But Pittsburgh, I think they win at home easy against the Houston Texans.
Yeah, good, very good points. Watson's gonna have to read that defense very quickly. And if he doesn't, he's gonna be in big trouble. He's gonna have to audible out to David Johnson, I believe, and let David Johnson take over the game a little bit, make it more of a smash mouth game, and almost beat Pittsburgh at what their style is. But the Steelers are just too good. Box, Mike Tomlin's your boy. You're gonna jump on the Steeler train also. It's hard not to say, you know.
I kind of have no choice, but I do want to say, and I don't know if you'll ever hear this, I absolutely adore Deshaun Watson, and I feel so bad for that kid that they just, stripped that team of star talent. And, with a couple injuries here, David Johnson's doing the best he can. Bill O'Brien, like I said, I think the wheels have come off. And right now they got to go into Pittsburgh. They got to face Mike Tomlin. They got to face a defense that just hit Denver for 7 sacks. They got to face Big Ben being back. They got to face a healthy James Conner. There's only so much Deshaun Watson can do. He took on Alabama pretty much by himself when he was in college twice. He managed to beat him once. He's not. I don't think there's any way he can go in and by himself, because pretty much he's fighting this fight by himself. He's gonna go in and they're gonna beat the Steelers. I got the Steelers winning by at least 10. And Bill O'Brien, you know what? You could forget the hot seat. You're pretty much already off the hot seat, and you got one foot out the door. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Houston's gonna do, but if they lose this, they're down 0-3. Things are only gonna get worse. They're in a bad situation, and all I'm saying is prayers up for Deshaun Watson, because he does not deserve this. He's a great kid. He's a superstar, and he deserves better. But right now, I got the Steelers winning for sure.
Yeah, good. Deshaun Watson. There's only so much you can ask for from your star player, and that's all over the NFL. You can't ask anyone to win a game in Pittsburgh all by themselves. Like you said, David Johnson is doing as best as they can. I think that team is doing as best as they can, but O'Brien with his yabba dabba doo feet, because the wheels already came off. Hopefully we'll scatter out of there and we'll be able to see Deshaun Watson play as good as he can with a better team. Because he's going to be there for a while. He did just sign that huge contract. And on to from one hot seat to the next hot seat. It seems like this week there might be like 5 head coaches fired. I don't know how that works with Corona, if they could just hire someone and bring someone in, but I guess we're going to figure it out real quick. The Adam Gase Jets, wow, at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts figured it out last week. Minnesota doesn't look great, so maybe it was just a matter of Minnesota's not as good as we think. But the Colts are one of these teams that maybe are going to be fighting for the division. This is a game they have to win. This is one of those must-win games for them. They cannot lose to the Jets. No one could lose to the Jets. Even the Dolphins can't lose to the Jets. I don't care what anyone says. Coach, I'm taking the Colts. You can take the Jets if you want, but I don't think you will.
No, I mean the only way I'll take the Jets is if I receive a phone call tomorrow that says they would like to interview me for the position. That is the only way I could pick the Jets in this one. I think the Colts just carry on from last week and just kind of play smash mouth football and let the young rookie just just kind of pound the ball down their throats, and Phillip Rivers play off of that and make passes to his receivers and tight ends. It's not much to it this game. Indy, just keep it simple. You could beat the Jets because the Jets going to help you beat them with the mistakes they make.
Yeah, it's just a matter. Jonathan Taylor is here, and he is a real deal, as we all saw last week. And Box, take it away. Let me guess, you're going to take the Colts. You probably don't have much to say, but
I mean, Colts offensive line, Jonathan Taylor, Phillip Rivers trying not to make too many mistakes. Adam Gase will make all the mistakes for you. It's just, I mean, and another person. Let me tell you something. I actually really like Sam Darnold coming out of college. My only thing was I think he needed a year more in college of seasoning. Then he came out a little bit too early. And I think under the right tutelage, under the right grooming, under the right offensive system, he could be a good player. I like a lot of Sam Darnold. He's also a person in a bad position. And I think his career might take off if and when Adam Gase leaves and he gets an actual offensive mind that can help him along. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do see a lot of Sam Darnold. The problem is, under the way that they have that running, I just don't see them winning. I don't see them winning. I mean, it's really, and I hate to say it because at the end of the day, you still got to go in and try to beat the other team, but it's really not going to take a lot for them to beat the Jets. Just run Jonathan Taylor, a couple of short passes here and there. Like I said, Rivers don't make a lot of mistakes. The defense plays it the way they played last week. They picked Minnesota off for 3 times. 17-3 Colts. I mean, it should be easy. It should be easy.
Yeah,
I got the Colts.
I guess we'll figure out Monday when we all wake up, or Sunday during the day. But Colts, like everyone said, just don't make mistakes, and the Colts should win this game by a landslide. And on to the next one, the Washington football team at the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to stick with the hot hands, even though they're really not a hot hand. But I just think Cleveland is better. And it's one of those, Washington football team is still rebuilding. Yeah, Ron Rivera is a good coach. Yes, they have a good defensive line. They could disrupt Baker Mayfield. But I just think the Cleveland Browns are just a tad bit better than them right now. And they'll figure out a way to win back-to-back weeks. Coach, how do you see Baker Mayfield on this defensive line? They're going to have to jam the ball down their throats with their 2 running backs. So, who are you taking in this game?
I totally agree. The best thing to do to stop an aggressive pass rush or an aggressive defensive line is to counter it with the run to keep them honest. So Cleveland looks good enough. Baker Mayfield, he is a high-end game manager. I don't really, he doesn't impress me as a superstar quarterback, but he does a little bit above average to maintain and get wins on the professional level. I like Cleveland in this game. Cleveland's offensive line, I think, is seasoned enough to handle that Washington defensive line, and what Washington could probably throw at the Cleveland offense.
This is one of these typical in the trenches is going to win you the game type games.
Yes.
Box, what are your thoughts on this?
I gotta tell you, they might be talented, and we talked about them a lot, but I think Cleveland is completely underachieved. Even though they beat the Bengals, even though Garrett had a good game and the running backs had a good game, they were playing a much lesser team, at least on paper, missing 2 defensive tackles. And not that I'm overly impressed with Washington's offensive scheme, but I do like their defense. And they went up against Arizona. Kyler Murray would kill them was his ability to run the ball, which I don't think Baker Mayfield has. And I think if they can get to Mayfield, I don't think he's as athletic as Kyler Murray. If they can put a pass rush on Mayfield, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm taking the Washington football team to go into Cleveland and win. I really am. I think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be silly. I think it might even take a late silly touchdown. Haskins running it in at the right at the clock hits 0. But Both squads could have 3-4 sacks. Mayfield could have 3 picks. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know why. I'm picking the Washington football team.
All right, Washington, you got a pick. There you go, boy. You guys better show up. I don't know. You make good points. It like you said, Cleveland has underachieved, and until they get rolling, I just think this is one of those games where you come off a division game, you face a lesser team than you, and you start rolling, and we'll see how far they go. But that's that game. We're gonna move on to the Panthers at the Chargers. Herbert hot. He's probably going to start again for sure. He's going to start again, or he did. Did he start that game against KC? I'm not sure.
Yes, he
Okay,
did.
he did start.
He was named the starter because Tyrod Taylor was injured in pregame. So he was actually named the starter, and he started the game.
Is Tyrod Taylor healthy now or no?
According to Coach Anthony Lynn, he said that Tyrod Taylor is his quarterback if and when he's healthy. I don't think he's healthy. And after what Herbert did, I don't think he should start again. But that's neither here nor there. That's up to him. He's the coach. I'm not.
We're all making coaching decisions here. I don't know who to pick. Christian McCaffrey's out. I'm gonna go with Herbert. It's gonna be an ugly game. Both teams are rebuilding for the most part, but the Panthers don't have enough to win this game without their star player. I'm gonna take the Chargers, and Herbert will get his first career win, and he might get one before Burrow. All right. All you expert analysts that picked Herbert not to be so good, Coach, give me something on this game.
and it's funny how you segue to me about expert analysts not picking Herbert to be so good. I was one of those guys that didn't really believe in Herbert.
Not in the shadows. We're in the shadows.
But I mean, his first game, the kid was impressive, very impressive. Of course, he put his body on the line every play. Instead of sliding, he pushed forward to take hits. Which I mean, that's what a lot of young guys do. I mean, they live reckless, and
hey, I'm young. I don't live reckless. All right, don't be putting it on.
but Herbert was very impressive in his first game. Unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers they're lining up without their star running back Christian McCaffrey. Teddy Bridgewater does have some offensive weapons in the passing game, but I think that the Chargers have just enough to beat the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I think it's hard to say the Panthers without Christian McCaffrey. That pretty much is their team. And Box, what do you got in this game? We're all talking about Herbert. Do you see this differently or no?
I see it as simple mathematics. One team loses their star. I mean, they're 97% on the field, entire offensive firepower star, and the other team gains their rookie quarterback looking pretty damn good. So you take from one and you give to the other. I'm gonna go with the team that's getting the giving. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. The Chargers almost won against the Chiefs. If Herbert can repeat anywhere near what he did this past Sunday, without McCaffrey, I gotta put the Chargers to win this one. I mean, I'm gonna say Chargers by 7.
All right. In a hard fought, tough game, but looks like Herbert's gonna get his first win of his career. Good luck to him on Sunday. From there, from a rookie quarterback to a ancient quarterback, the GOAT, Tom Brady. Buccaneers got their first win together last week. And they're going to do the same thing. They're going to get their second win, and they're going to very easily maybe pass over the Saints and maybe take the lead in this division, or at least be tied because the Saints right now have the tiebreaker. But Tampa at Denver, I'm picking Tampa. Tampa's just too good. They're a team that a lot have in the playoffs. They're a team that has a lot to prove. Denver's not great, It's just a matter of one team is just better than the other. There's nothing to talk about here, in my opinion. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to walk all over the Denver Broncos. Coach, am I hitting it spot on, or do you have any other expert analysis that you want to add on to
Uh,
this?
I mean, I totally agree with you with this, Chef. Tampa Bay, Chris Godwin is back. He's out of the concussion protocol, so he'll be back. That right there is a plus for the Tampa offense. I just think that Tampa is a bit too much on offense for Denver, and also I don't think Denver's offense is good enough to be able to maintain with the Buccaneers. And Tampa's defense has been looking very impressive. Box, great move with picking them up and free agency.
Well, thank you.
but the Buccaneers defense, I think it'll be enough to starve out the Broncos offense, and Tampa wins easy.
All right, I agree. Box, give me your pick. Short and sweet.
To the best of my knowledge, Drew Lock is still out, and I think even if he wasn't, that defense looked really, really, really good on Sunday. Brady looked like Brady, and if Drew Lock is out, I just don't think they have enough. I don't care where they play. They could play in Alaska if they want. I would say Tampa at least by 10. I think Fournette, Brady, the offense, the defense, and Locke being out, it's too much, man. It's just too much to overcome. Tampa by 10.
All right, we all agree. George, this one's for you, big dog. Cincinnati at Philadelphia. Taking Cincinnati. I don't know why. Some people have Carson Wentz in the hot seat. The wheels seem like they're at least getting loose over there in Philadelphia. I don't know if they're falling off yet, but Burrow looked good. First two games, he finally, the first game he had bad luck. The second game, he just got beat by a better team. I'm going to give him this win. I think he's going to get his first win of possibly, if Cincinnati could figure out how to protect and build around him, many wins. But here's his first one. I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals over the Philadelphia Eagles. Coach, give me something on this game. Is Philadelphia going to win? Two bad teams facing each other, it seems like.
Yeah. If anything is going to be an ugly game, I think this game right here has all the writing to be ugly. Cincinnati and Philly, both teams they struggle quite a bit on both sides of the ball, but I think Joe Burrow gets it together with AJ Green and his other receivers, and they go into Philadelphia and come home victorious. Cincinnati for the win.
Cincinnati for the win. That's 2. Could we make it 3? What's behind door number 3?
Well, since you brought up George, you understand, of course, that he's the Bengals fan and his wife is the Eagles fan because she's from Philly, which is where they got married. And you and I went to their wedding in Philly. So it's not just it's literally husband versus wife in this game.
All right, never mind. I retract my pick. I picked no one.
And two people that I love dearly, dearly in this world. Viv, you're my girl. I love you to death, and I always will. But I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, man. I'm going to go with Joey Cigar. I'm going to go with a guy who just set a rookie record for completions. He's probably going to be running for his life once again because that offensive line is just bad. And AJ Green, listen, man, if Bill Belichick can cheat his way to 6 Super Bowls, you could find some stickum and put it on your gloves and catch the damn ball. Because 13 targets and 3 catches, listen, man, unless you were a quadruple team, that's kind of unacceptable for a guy I deem has had a tremendous NFL career.
Yeah.
And I love AJ Green.
Yeah, I just think that was a bad game for him. I mean, his career has been amazing.
Amazing. I love AJ Green. I mean, come on. He's awesome. So when I saw that, I'm like, no. Listen, there has to be something wrong. That's not him. That's not what he does. So he needs to get back to being AJ Green. And if he can catch a lot more of Burrow's balls, say like 10, I think they can go in it. Now, I'll tell you this. And I saw my boy Rashawn on Facebook, and he's very distraught about what's going on with his Eagles. Let me tell you something. If they lose this Sunday to the God forbid to the Bengals, Wentz may be pulled. They're calling for his head already, and it's crazy to think about the fact that before this season they were talking about Wentz is one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and I like Carson Wentz, but that team is slowly but surely falling apart. They kind of really need this win, and it's kind of like coming at a good time. And this is obviously, if you want to say they're the better team on paper, that's fine.
Yeah, they
But
are the better team. They should win,
but they're not playing like they're the better team. They haven't played like they're the better team the last 2 weeks. Say what you want about the Bengals. The Bengals have been in both their games. They might have lost, but they've been in both their games, and their quarterback's been fighting for his life. But I'm gonna go with Joey Cigar, man. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow. I'm gonna go with the Moxie. I'm gonna go with what's probably gonna be the rookie of the year, and he's already got a rookie record under his belt. And Philly, it's gonna be a bumpy ride, man. It's gonna be a bumpy ride the rest of the season.
Viv, I love you too. I'm still picking Cincinnati though. And those are your Sunday matchups, guys. Monday Night Football. There's a lot to talk about here. This might be an AFC Championship preview. The Baltimore Ravens have been showing up both weeks, and they are out for blood. Kansas City Chiefs kind of slipped around last week. I think maybe they underestimated the Chargers. They weren't ready for Herbert. There's a lot of factors that might go into that. Still no excuse for a Super Bowl champion team to go that deep into a game with a rebuilding team like that and a rookie quarterback. But I'm going to pick, believe it or not, I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. I just think they're hotter right now, and I think they're going to control the game enough to not give Patrick Mahomes time to be able to do what Patrick Mahomes does. I think it would just be a matter of defense stays on the field. They have enough defense to slow that offense down. And I have Baltimore winning in what I think might be a tight game. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think this might be a smash mouth game. Both these teams know what they expect of their season. These teams have goals and like realistic goals to make the Super Bowl. It's not like, oh, everyone wants to make the Super Bowl. Yeah, the Dolphins are going to make the Super Bowl. They can want all they want, but it's not going to happen. I got Baltimore in this. And I hate to say it because I really don't like Baltimore, but I got Baltimore. Coach, what do you think about this game?
Interesting game. If I would have stuck with my philosophy about streaks, I would have picked the Phillip Rivers to beat Minnesota last week. And this game right here, we come into this game, Baltimore has a 14-game win streak. As I've been saying, streaks are meant to get broken. This right here is a good game where Kansas City can go into Baltimore and possibly come out with a victory. Mahomes and the offense of Andy Reid has proven to evolve. Every game, they find a way to win. So whether it's with Mahomes running, moving the ball, Tyreek Hill, a rookie running back, Kansas City is great. I think Kansas City goes into Baltimore and comes out victorious. Easy.
Yeah, and I told you earlier in the week that I was going to take KC, but after sitting down and having a coffee and thinking about this, I don't know. But it's – I mean, this is a toss-up, man. Andy Reid's your boy. Andy Reid's my boy, too. I don't even know why I'm picking Baltimore. I just feel like it's Baltimore's week, not the year, because we all know what Lamar Jackson does during the season. And I think that is the main point here. If this was a playoffs, I wouldn't be picking Baltimore. But it is week 3, and – this might be one of those slaps in the face for KC to bounce back from at the end of the season. Box, what are your final thoughts on the final game of the week?
Everybody knows how much I think of Mr. Patrick Mahomes, how much I absolutely adore him. Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Chiefs Kingdom, all you guys are awesome. I'm so happy they won the Super Bowl. It's been great. and I hope they do it again. I'm picking them. Picking them to repeat. However, right now, Monday Night Football, Week 3, the Baltimore Ravens are the hotter team. They're the feistier team, and they're the more out for blood team. Kansas City kind of slipped up a little bit last week. I still think it's going to be a tight game. And again, like you said, Chef, if this was the playoffs, I'd be picking the Chiefs to go all the way. But right now, I'm picking the Ravens to win this one by a field goal. Just because it's in Baltimore. They're home. They're rolling right now. Like you said, maybe Baltimore wins this one, but maybe they lose to them in the playoffs. But right now, Chiefs Kingdom, please forgive me. Patrick Mahomes, please forgive me. Andy Reid, please forgive me. I'm going Ravens by 3.
Yeah, this is going to be I think this is one of those typical Baltimore kind of wants to show their dominance. And Baltimore is a train that doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon. Like we've all stated, it ain't the playoffs. This is week 3 in the regular season. And you know what? If I'm the Chiefs, I maybe try some trick plays in here, maybe try a little plays that they're not going to do on a regular basis just to see how it works against Baltimore and take a little bit of a risk because I feel like they're that good that they can do this. Because this might be a game that we visit later on in the season. And if this was, AFC Championship, I definitely would be taking Patrick Mahomes, but it's not. It's week 3, Baltimore. And guys, that is your complete review Thursday night through Monday Night Football. If you haven't checked out all the videos, they are going to be down below. Check us out on social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We have a Facebook page. Follow us on all of them. Let me get a like. Let's get a subscription. Most importantly, we want you to interact with us. Tag us on Twitter. We'll tag you on Twitter. Let's start a football community within the trenches. This is where the game is won. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Good night, guys.